皆さん、こんにちは。ただいまから横須賀国際ユースフォーラムを開会します。
Hello everyone, the Yokosuka International Youth Forum will now begin.
本日の進行は昨年、交換学生としてフランス・ブレスト市に派遣された後藤あゆと
横田愛菜が務めます。We are the MCs for today.
My name is Ayu Goto.
And my name is Mana Yokota. We visited Brest in 2024 as exchange students.
今年の国際ユースフォーラムは会場とオンラインの両方で開催しています。
This event is being held both in person and online.
横須賀市の姉妹都市であるアメリカ・コーパスクリスティ市、フランス・ブレスト市、イギリス・メッドウェイ市、オーストラリア・フリマントル市からも参加がありますので、後ほどご紹介します。
We are also joined by participants from each of our four sister cities. I will introduce the program manager and facilitator later.
本日は第1部は交換学生などの英語によるプレゼンテーション、第2部は会場での交流会です。オンライン参加の方は第1部にご参加いただきます。
Today's event is made of two parts. Part 1 is both in person and online, and will be presentation by students. Part 2 will be conversation time for our in-person participants.
それでは各姉妹都市の担当者を紹介します。
Now we would like to introduce the program managers from our sister city. When your name is called, please unmute your mic and speak.
メッドウェイのスーザンさん。
Susan from Medway, please.
Is that me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
hi.
Hi.
はい、ございます。こんばんは。こんにちは、whatever time it is.
こんにちは。
I'm having my breakfast. Boiled egg.
Thank you, Susan. それではプレゼンテーションに移ります。
Okay, let's start the presentation.
姉妹都市フランス・ブレスト市のドレワンさんとロラさんの発表です。
The next presentation will be by Drevan and Lola from West France. Drevan and Lola, please share your presentations.
Let me introduce ourselves. We are from France. He is Drevan, and he is 17, and I'm Lola, and I'm 18. Brest is one of the largest cities in Brittany, located in the west of France. Its history is closely tied to sea and the navy. In 1944, the city was almost completely destroyed. During the World War II, Brest was rebuilt as quickly as possible. After the war, in order was to restore its population. Here are some pictures of our town hall. The town hall is located in the heart of the city of Brest. Inside it offers one of the most beautiful views overlooking the city center, the harbor, and the bridge.
We are gonna take about our famous places and historical monuments. Let's begin with the Bridge of Recurrence. Opened in 1954, this is a large vertical lift bridge of 88 meters long, crossing the Parfait River. It connects the Recurrence district with downtown Brest. It replaced the national bridge destroyed during the World War II, and for a long time it was Europe's largest lift bridge, and now it's the third one.
The cable car, inaugurated in November 2016, it crosses the Parfait River and connects two parts of the city center with the Capucines cultural hub. It symbolizes Brest's urban renewal and innovation.
Once a 19th century naval mechanical workshop, the Capucin has been transformed into a large public space opened in 2016. It hosts a multimedia library, exhibitions, cafes, events, and even climbing walls and a cinema with shops too. It's a cultural heart of the city.
The Brest Marina welcomes waters in the city center. The military port is a strategic naval base. The commercial port handles various types of traffic and supports the local economy.
The Brest Castle is one of the oldest landmarks in Brest. Originally built by the Romans, it was fortified in the Middle Ages and later redesigned by Vauban during the 17th century. Despite the 1944 bombings, the castle survived and now houses the National Navy Museum, opened in 1958. And next to the castle, we can find the Tanguy Tower. This medieval tower dates back to the 14th century and sits across from the castle on the right bank of the Pamphlet River. Restored in the 20th century, it has hosted a small museum about Brest history since 1959, featuring models and old photographs.
La rue de Siam is a historic shopping street in Brest. Rue Jean Jaurès, which is wider and more modern, is home to government offices and major retailers. Both streets form the backbone of the city center. They are also popular places for walking and events. On the left, it's the Jean Jaurès Street, and on the right is the Siam Street.
Our football team is very famous in Brest. SB 29 was created in 1950, and now this club is more famous during the 21st century because last year we were on Champions League for the first time of the history.
Let me introduce our school schedule. Here is a senior year schedule. So students usually start at 8 a.m., but this can vary. Classes generally last 1 hour, but can be up to 2 hours for the same subject. We have classes in languages, in math, science, sports, philosophy, and other subjects. We usually have 1 or 2 hours for lunch and finish work at 6 p.m. at the latest.
I'm gonna talk about our schools and about the high school system in France. French high school lasts 3 years. Second started at 15 and première in terminal. And the students in première have to choose 3 specialties such as math, physics and chemistry, biology, geopolitics, etc. And they take the national baccalaureate exam at the end of terminal. Let's see the picture on the left side, we can find the Lola School. It's Lycée de l'Iroise. It's a public school, and we can see at the top a picture of her friend holding her. And on the right side, we can see my school, La Croix-Rouge, La Salle. It's a private school, and we can see a picture of me with my friends during the last day of school.
Here are some regional specialties. You can find sweet and salted recipes like bread and cake made with a lot of butter. On the top corner, biscuits on the right top corner. Buckwheat pancakes with you can find in with many things, but the traditional one is with egg, ham, and cheese on the left down corner. And there dishes made by Dragon's father.
Our hobbies. So my hobbies is breakdancing. I practice it since 9 years. This sport is very famous in Brest because we have a lot of crews and teams, and this sport is more famous now thanks to Paris Olympic Games of 2024. And Lola's hobbies are ballet and modern jazz. She practices it since she is 3 years old.
Here you can see a photo of us with 2 representatives of the mayor at the Brest City Hall. Thank you for listening to us. It's a real pleasure for both of us to participate at this exchange. We hope that Lily and Kotaro will also enjoy Brest and France. It's a great honor to represent our city in Yokosuka. Merci.
次は姉妹都市イギリスメッドウェイ市のヤスミンさんとイザベラさんの発表です。
The next presentation will be by Yasmin and Isabella from Medway, England. Yasmin and Isabella, please share your presentation.
Hello, we are Yasmin and Bella from Medway, and it is really nice to meet you all. What is Medway? Medway is an area with a borough status in the county of Kent in southeast England. It was formed in 1998 by merging the areas of Rochester upon Medway and Gillingham. It is run by Medway Council, which is independent from Kent County Council. Medway had a population of 278,016 people in 2019. Medway contains the towns of Chatham, Gillingham, Rainham, Rochester and Strood, which are collectively known as the Medway Towns. Bella and I are both from the Howard School, and the Howard School, located in Gillingham, was established in 1975. It is one of the few schools in the UK offering both higher and non-higher education. The school is known for its strong community, earning multiple good achievements, and has achieved gold status. In 2007, it became a specialist sports college, invested in top sports facilities, and even hosted national athletes before the 2012 Olympics. The Howard School has produced a number of notable people, including celebrity chef Gary Rhodes, actor Douglas Hodge, and renowned broadcaster David Frost. Along the River Medway is Riverside Country Park, which has many scenic walks, picnic spots, fishing areas, and birdwatching opportunities. It's great for water lovers and nature enthusiasts, as it has various types of habitats, such as mudflats and salt marshes. The historic dockyard in Chatham is one of the most significant maritime heritage sites in the UK. It tells the story of over 400 years of naval history and shipbuilding that played a vital role in shaping Britain's maritime power. The photo on the left shows the infamous HMS Cavalier, which was a World War II Royal Navy destroyer, and it is now a memorial to the 11,000 sailors lost during the war. Visitors can explore the ship's decks, engine room, and living quarters to experience life at sea. Medway's diversity. Medway's diversity based on the 2021 census. So the most common language in Medway of residents that live there, whose main language is not English, is Romanian, followed by Polish and Punjabi. Medway is becoming more diverse. 15.7% of residents identified as being from ethnic minority backgrounds. 5.6% of residents identified as being Black British, Black Welsh, Caribbean, or African, the largest increase of any ethnic group. Medway has 107 schools, 3 universities, and 1 further education college. The Royal Engineers Museum in Gillingham, Kent, is the largest military museum in the county and one of the most significant in the UK. It was formally established in 1987, but its origins trace back to 1812. It showcases the history of the Corps of the Royal Engineers, highlighting their role in helping the British Army. The museum's collection includes over 500,000 objects ranging from early military equipment to modern engineering innovations. Rochester Cathedral, located in the heart of Medway, is one of the most historically significant religious buildings in England. Founded in 604, it is the second oldest cathedral in the country. It features Gothic architectural styles, and it was a place of pilgrimage since medieval times. Today, it remains active with worship, music, and community events. The Strand Lido, located in Gillingham, is the UK's only remaining riverside tidal saltwater pool. It opened on the 27th of June, 1896, and it has been open for over 120 years. The Lido features a 300-metre lazy river, 6 25-metre swimming lanes. The water is pumped from the River Medway, filtered and chlorinated, maintaining the traditional saltwater experience. festivals in Medway. In Medway, there's always something to do, like enjoying one of our famous festivals held to honour our culture. Some examples include Sweeps Festival, which is celebrated for the chimney sweeps who had only one day off every year on May the 1st. Another example is the Dickens Festival to celebrate Charles Dickens' life and creations, where many people dress up as his characters and perform in the streets of Rochester, as seen on the screen. Notable people that have come from Medway. Charles Dickens lived in Medway. A museum was made for him in Rochester until its closure in 2004. And also a visitor attraction based on his works was located at Jatton Dockside until October 2016, when it sadly closed. Thomas Evelyn was an engineer and lived in this village on the Hoo Peninsula, where he invented and tested his steamrollers. Thomas Hodgkin, an early socialist whose writing on the political economy influenced Karl Marx, also lived here. And Francis Drake, who had connections to Will Adams, lived in Upnor and learned to sail on the Medway. Will Adams. Will Adams was born in Gillingham in 1564 and was the first Englishman to reach Japan in 1600 after surviving the perilous voyage aboard the Dutch ship Liefde. He impressed Tokugawa Ieyasu with his navigation and shipbuilding skills, earning the rare samurai title of Hatamoto and the Japanese name Miura Anjin. Adams helped establish Western-style shipbuilding and open trade routes with Japan, influencing early Japanese relations. Today, his legacy unites his native Medway with Japan. Ito and Yokosuka in Japan are official sister cities, celebrating him through annual festivals and cultural exchanges. Ito hosts the Anjin Festival in August, while Yokosuka features landmarks and a station named after him, and both maintain strong ties with Gillingham Medway. The photo on the right is Harry Blease, the old mayor of Gillingham, with a signed copy of the Yokosuka City Partnership in April 1982 in Yokosuka. We want to thank you all for listening, and I really hope that Misaki and Manaka will enjoy Medway as much as we've enjoyed Japan.
次は横須賀市の交換学生が発表します。アメリカ・コーパスクリスティ市に派遣された寺田彩香さんと竹内ミリアさん、フランス・ブレスト市に派遣される大野幸太郎さんと杉山リリーさん、イギリス・メッドウェイ市に派遣される金子真中さんと夏刈美咲さんです。
Next, this year's Yokosuka exchange student will make their presentations. Ayaka Terada and Miria Takeuchi, who just came back from Corpus Christi, United States. Kotaro Ono and Lily Sugiyama, who will be going to Brest, France. And Manaka Kaneko and Misaki Natsukari, who will be going to Medway, England.
Kotaro and Lily will be sent to Brest City. And Manaka will be sent to Medway City. Ayaka, were sent to Corpus Christi City. Welcome to our presentation.
First, I will talk about what the Sister City Exchange Program is. Everyone, do you know the Sister City of Yokosuka City? Corpus Christi, Texas, USA. Brest, France. Pimato, Australia. And Medway, United Kingdom. These 4 cities are sister cities. This Sister City Exchange Program aims to deepen high school students' international understanding of other countries and promote mutual understanding and friendly relations with sister cities and their countries through exchange activities. This project is not for short-term study abroad, but rather an opportunity for students to serve as goodwill ambassadors for Yokosuka City to convey Yokosuka and Japanese culture and charms to sister cities. At the same time,
Students learn about the culture and attraction of sister cities and share this knowledge to the citizens of Yokosuka. So far, 364 people have been dispatched and 336 people have been accepted. To become a Yokosuka City dispatch student, first you must pass the written exam. Second, you must pass the group interview. We passed these exams and were able to become goodwill ambassadors for Yokosuka City. We are truly happy and proud of this achievement. After passing the exam, we will undergo training and reception programs before being dispatched to our respective sister cities.
We underwent several training sessions before being dispatched. We learned English conversation and presentation skills and photography tips and French conversation. During the training session, we learned about the history of Yokosuka. Researched and presented on the relationship between Yokosuka City and sister cities, as well as the historical figures associated with Yokosuka, together with students who are also being dispatched. We learned about Yokosuka's history that we had not known before, as well as why the figure connected Yokosuka City, and their achievement and how they had influenced Yokosuka City. This experience not only brought us joy, but also sparked our curiosity. We had 4 one-on-one English conversation lessons. Each session had a theme, and we had learning English conversation related to the theme. By putting the English we had learning into practice, we were able to assess our own abilities and learning practical communication methods. Regarding photography, we learned about taking a photo for future use, such as for the Moore's photo exhibition or reports. We focus on capturing moments that convey what is being done and where it is being, rather than just group photos or poses with cameras. I felt that all the content of the training was not only applicable to this dispatch, but also to our future lives.
After the 7 training sessions ended in no time, students from the sister city actually came to Yokosuka. During the 2 weeks that the students from the sister city were in Japan, the students sent from Yokosuka welcomed them and shared the charms of Japan and Yokosuka. During those 2 weeks, they experienced Japanese culture by trying kimonos, practicing calligraphy, and playing Japanese musical instruments. Additionally, at Yokosuka's tourist attractions and locations closely tied to the sister cities, they presented guide materials they had created in English. They also visited Yokohama and Kamakura. 6 students are selected as Yokosuka City dispatch students. 2 students are sent to each sister city. At each sister city, there are 2 students who serve as their buddies. These buddies stay in Japan for 2 weeks beforehand, during which time we guided them. When they return home, we will also go to the sister city and stay for 2 weeks. Therefore, we will spend approximately 1 month immersed in English. This program not only helps improve our English skills, but also allows us to rediscover the charm of Japan and improve our English skills, but also allows us to rediscover the charm of Japan and Yokosuka. Experience different cultures abroad and engage in valuable exchange with students from sister cities. This is one of the major attractions of this program. Next is Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi is a city in Texas. USA, and it takes about 15 hours by flying from Japan. Also because it is adjacent to Mexico, Mexicans and Americans coexist. It is popular as a resort with a beautiful sea facing the Gulf of Mexico, and many tourists visit the beach every summer.
In October 1962, Yokosuka and Corpus Christi formed a sister city affiliation for the purpose of promoting goodwill and cultural exchange between the two cities. By the way, Corpus Christi has many similarities to Yokosuka, including a university, a technical college, and a naval air training base. We spent 2 weeks in Corpus Christi from July 20th to August 3rd. My goal was to discover the differences in buildings and layouts between Corpus Christi and Yokosuka. When I actually went there, I was still surprised at the size of the house. There were 2 bathrooms in the house. Many of the houses had American and Texas flags on the walls, which I thought was interesting and different from Japan. We also went to a local TV station. I was proud to be invited to appear in a program featured among the sister cities. I learned the TV is run by the contributions of many people. Also, I was not very good at English, so much so that I had trouble with daily conversation. But my host family was very kind, and I learned many things about English. For example, when I came across a word I didn't understand, or a word I wanted to know about, I would ask them about it. They would tell me the meaning in simple English. Through these things, I was able to realize the differences between Japanese and American culture and what I knew as knowledge. And I realized how important it is to understand each other's differences. I also discovered how to communicate with people in a language I don't understand. And I am now able to speak without fear. I would like to actively engage with people from other countries and deepen my international understanding.
Corpus Christi is adjacent to Mexico, where many Mexicans and Mexican and Americans live together. So I went to Corpus Christi with the goal of seeing how the 2 races coexist. My host family was a Mexican grandmother, so Mexican culture was reflected in their life. The dishes served at home were mostly Mexican dishes such as taco and chips, rather than American ones. Cooking is not just a meal, but a part of culture, and I was able to learn about Mexican culture that valued the connection between people. In addition, explanation and warning were written in English and Spanish in various ways. Also, about the sort of the local were bilingual in English and Spanish. My buddy also spoke a little Spanish, so she taught me Spanish, but it was very difficult to pronounce using a tongue in Czech that was different from English. In fact, Corpus student came from Corpus Christi city in France, so we acted with 8 people. It was fun to be able to listen French student and talk about the differences between 3 countries. The 8 of them went to various tourist attractions such as watching a local baseball team game, Battleship Lexington, and the Texas State Aquarium. What surprised me, especially when I went to Corpus Christi, was a love with their family. I was very surprised that they told each other that I love you at least 3 times a day. I rarely tell my family like that, so I thought it was a wonderful culture. I would like to convey my love to my family little by little. Next is breast. city of Brest is a small city with a population of about 140,000 located in the northwest of France. It is one of France's leading military and commercial ports and where marine research and shipbuilding are flourishing. Tourist attractions include Brest Castle and the Oceanopolis Marine Aquarium. The city's highly functional streetscape, which was rebuilt after World War II, and its modern urban design, which incorporates contemporary culture and architecture, are also highlights. In November 1970, Yokosuka City and Brest City became sister cities.
The catalyst for this partnership was Francois Leonsberry, a French engineer who learned the latest knowledge at the naval shipyard in Brest. He built Yokosuka Steel Mill and supported modern industry. I applied for this project because I wanted to learn about French history and culture and take on new challenges. During stay at my Brest, I want to actively try new things with courage and knowledge, just like Vernie.
I applied for this project to learn more about Yokosuka. Another reason I applied was that I wanted to be able to convey the charm of Yokosuka City to people from other countries. Through this project, I hope to deepen my understanding of different cultures and convey the charm of my city to people of Yokosuka. Next is Medway.
The city of Medway, England, where we are dispatched, is a city southeast of London, which takes about 15 hours by plane from Japan. The city became a sister city with Yokosuka because of a British figure who first came to Japan as a diplomatic advisor to Tokugawa Ieyasu and owned the area now known as Hemi in Yokosuka as his free land. That person was no other than Miura Anjin, also known as William Adams. He was from the Medway area of England and had a deep relationship with Yokosuka. As a result, led to the establishment of the sister city relationship between Yokosuka City and Medway City. Medway has a deep history and many historical sites and buildings still remain today. A few years ago, I hosted a student from Medway through this program. The 2 weeks I spent as a host family inspired me to set a goal to go abroad through this program. I want to grow as a person by experiencing Medway's rich nature, historical buildings, and art, and by trying many new things.
I want to keep communication in mind in all my activities. In order to deeply understand the culture and way of thinking of local people, I will prepare questions in advance and try to bring out the idea of ideas. I would also like to actively share the charm of Yokosuka and myself. Also, my dream is to get the job to connect people through English. This may lead to the career such as travel agencies or becoming English teachers, but it is not yet clear. Therefore, in this training program, my goal is not only to improve my language skills, but also to gain experience that will be the key in choosing a career. We believe that this project valuable opportunity to gain new experience, to meet new people, to make discoveries. So we will do our best to bring back more as much as we can. So thank you for listening.
続きまして、今年静岡県伊東市からメッドウェイ市に派遣される山田伊吹さんと松石美代さんの発表です。
The next presentation will be by Ibuki Yamada and Mio Matsuishi from Ito City, Shizuoka, who will be going to Medway, England.
Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to introduce Ito City, where we live. First, I'd like to introduce ourselves. I'm Mio Matsuishi. I'm a second-year student at Mirama High School, and my hobby is taking photos.
I'm Buki Yamada. I'm a second year student at Izuito High School. I am a member of the test club. By the way, what kind of image comes to your mind when you hear Itoshiki? I think Itoshiki is a place rich in nature. For example, Itoshiki has Mount Omuro and the Jōsaki Coast. Both are part of a national geopark. Mount Omuro is a volcano with an elevation of 518 meters. It is designated as a Japanese national monument and is also part of the Fuji Hakone Ito National Park. For over 700 years, a traditional grass burning event has been held at Mount Omuro. This is done to help new grass grow. The Jōsaki Coast is also included in the Fuji Hakone Ito National Park. There are two walking trails there which are the Jōsaki Picnic Course and the Jōsaki Nature Study Trail.
In fact, Mount Omuro and Jōsaki Coast have a deep connection. Mount Omuro was formed by an eruption that happened about 4,000 years ago. The Jōsaki Coast was formed when the lava that flowed from that eruption was cooled by seawater and solidified.
Itoshiki is also active in tourism that makes use of its nature. On Mount Komuro, there is a Camellia Garden and the Komurama Beach Walk restaurant. At Lake Ipiki, you can ride a boat. There are also cafes and restaurants nearby. In addition, Itoshiki is rich in seafood. When you visit a restaurant, you can eat dishes such as golden sea bream and dried fish. Ito has not only nature, but also interesting history. For example, Ito Sketchka was a samurai in the Heian period and was the head of the Ito family in this area. Another famous person is Kitasato Shibasaburo. As you can see, his image is seen on Japanese paper money. He also built a village over the Matsukawa River in the Itoshiki.
Furthermore, it is also the place associated with Miura Anjin, who connect to Ito and Yokosuka. Let's take a closer look at the history of Miura Anjin. He was born in England in 1564. His real name was William Agaman, and his Japanese name was Miura Anjin. He served as an interpreter for Tokugawa Ieyasu in the early Edo period. Ieyasu also asked Anjin to build a sailing ship, and Anjin built an 80-ton sailing ship in Itoshiki. As a result, Anjin became a samurai. He is also known as the Blue-Eyed Samurai. He was a model for the movie Shogun. To commemorate the achievement of Miura Anjin, the Anjin Festival is held every year in Itoshiki. The festival is held from August 8th to 10th. On the 10th, about 10,000 fireworks are launched. One night, there is also the Matsukawa Lantern floating event. Many floating candle lanterns are placed in the river. There is also a Japanese rap performance by the sea. What did you think about it? Ito has so many attractions that it's impossible to introduce all of them.
Please visit Ito and experience its charms by yourself. Thank you for listening.
続きまして、横須賀総合高等学校のケイコ・アニさん・ヌゴロホさん、土井美玲さん、上村杏里さんです。
Next, we have Keiko Anisa Nagoroho, Mirei Doi, and Anju Wendula from Yokosuka Sogo High School.
Hello everyone, I'm Anji.
I'm Keiko.
And I'm Mirei.
We are from
Yokosuka Sogo High School.
Today we are going to introduce about Japanese high school culture. This is the content.
We wear school uniforms every day. Look at this picture. This is winter and spring school uniforms. Look at Anji. This is summer and autumn uniforms. The most schools in Japan have them. Classes start at 8:30. One of my favorite classes is calligraphy or shodo in Japanese. We use brushes and ink to write Japanese characters. It's very traditional and relaxing. At 12:30, we have lunch. Many students eat in the school cafeteria. The food is cheap and tasty, and the menu changes every day.
Next is how to spend after school. Japanese high school students usually spend after school doing club activities, hanging out with friends, or studying. One of unique club is tea ceremony club, where we learn how to serve tea in a traditional way. It's quiet and elegant. I'd like to talk about how to spend after school with friends. The first is Purikura. This is similar with photo booth, but Japanese photo booth can edit our face, so our eyes become bigger, our face line becomes slimmer, and our nose becomes higher. Also, we can decorate photos too. Next is JKK. This doesn't mean just kidding K. J is Joshi, which means girls in Japanese, and K is Kokosei, which means high school student in Japanese. So this don't mean just kidding K. We make them in empty classroom or in karaoke. We bring sponge cake, whipped cream, and chocolate to decorate.
The next one is Japanese Gen Z slang. Do you know Japanese Gen Z slang? Let's learn together. The first one is maji. Let's guess what the meaning of this. A, interesting. B, be honest. C, for real. A, raise your hand. B, C. Oh. The correct answer is C, for real. Repeat after me. Maji?
Maji.
Maji?
Maji.
Hi. The next one is Sorena. Let's guess again. A, I know, right? B, really? C, is it? A, raise your hand. B, C. The correct answer is A, I know, right? Repeat after me. Sorena.
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 The last one is yabai. It has a lot of meaning, so we're gonna do role play, so please watch. Do you know John?
Yes.
He texted me, he's so cute.
What did he say?
He said, are you free this Saturday?
Oh, yabai, you should reply now.
How do you say it in your country? Let's ask Lola from France.
C'est pas vrai.
Hein?
C'est pas vrai.
C'est pas vrai.
Oh, exactly.
Thank you.
It's so difficult to pronounce. Thank you. Let's ask Elizabeth from Midway.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. We're gonna do one more role play, so please watch.
Yeah, bye.
What's wrong?
I got bad score in math test.
How bad? Like 10?
0.
Yeah, but how to say it in your country? Let's ask Drewan from France.
Comment ça?
Comment ça?
Thank you.
Let's ask Isabella from Medway.
We say, wow.
Wow. Wow.
That's interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you guys find the Japanese culture interesting, and please try curricula later. Thank you for listening.それでは各姉妹都市の担当者の方々に感想など一言ずつお願いしたいと思います。
Now, we would like to hear feedback on today's presentation from each of our 4 sister city program managers. When we call your name, please show your face, unmute and speak.
ブレストのアンヌさん。
Susan from Medway, please.
I'm Susan Haydock from Medway. I organise with my group of friends. We now call ourselves the Medway Japan Friendship Association. We organise and mostly fund, with some help, the exchange students that come to Ito and Yokosuka. So we send 2 to Ito and 2 to Yokosuka, and then we receive your students back, as you do in Preston, Fremantle and other places. And we're very pleased to be able to say that our connection with Ito and Yokosuka is historical and goes back over 400 years to William Adams, known in Japan as Mioranjin. And we are very proud of this historical connection with both Ito and Yokosuka. And we're so grateful that the exchange happens and we can maintain the link and educate our students on our historical context.
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。皆さんありがとうございました。高校生の発表、姉妹都市からのメッセージをいただき、有意義な時間となりました。これで第1部を終了します。オンライン参加者はここでお別れとなります。
This is the end of our online event. Thank you again to all online participants who joined us today.
これからも交流を続けていきましょう。
Let's stay in touch. Thank you. Bye bye.